Well, actually, my early years at the Y were during the 30s, before the war. And then it was Depression time and unemployment time. It was on my way home from grammar school, and I stopped off there whether I had a class planned or not. They had ping pong and pool and camaraderie and friends. So I found it a very convenient and comfortable place to hang out.
I had a wonderful time. I was in Rye High School when I started coming here as a counselor, and we didn't have a pool here, so every day we would say the pledge to the flag, put them all on a bus, and head down to Playland Pool, and that's where we taught swimming. Camp was divided into teams, let's call it, and each team had an Indian name, and my team was the Mohegans. Of course, best team there.
I was 8 years old when I went to Camp Mohegan. It was the Rye YMCA camp on Lake George. I'd never gone to camp before, I was only 8. And I went for a month, and it was amazing to me. Very different. We went out hiking every single Monday morning. When I got there, I could not swim, so all my hikes at that point were either on a launch or in a rowboat, but eventually they taught me to swim. I used canoes, hiked some mountains. The influence of being away at camp was very interesting. And for me to be with kids from broken homes, kids who'd lost their parents, kids who were growing up in much different circumstances than middle-class me, it was fascinating getting to see them and know them. During my teen years, the Y became a focal point, especially on Friday night. We'd come here and we'd swim and hang out until we left, and then we'd go eat at Rips in downtown, and then we'd go home. Many of my friends from school, people I literally still know, we used to do that on Friday nights.
I remember the days when it was just the older part of the building, the small pool, and somewhat limited facilities, but probably came more for the children's programs at that point in time. My daughter used it for gymnastics. The kids came over and played basketball. You know, at night the middle schoolers came over and played you know, whatever programs they're running on a weekend.
In the 80s, when he was around 8 years old, I decided to send him to the Y to take swimming lessons because I didn't know how to swim, and I wanted him to learn how to swim, and it was an opportunity for him to be introduced to the Y. I remember when he first jumped in the pool, he wanted me to see him. I went to pick him up, and he said, "Mommy, Mommy, what?" And he jumped in, and he came back up, and I was like, oh, God, he's learning. So, yeah, he can swim right today at 35 very well.
I am so involved here because I grew up here. I've been here since I was 8 years old. I'm now 23, so I've been here a long time. I went to camp here. I started the CIT program here at our summer camp. I became a leader as a counselor and then kind of grew in that role. And I just love it here. It's a second family to me.
They were undergoing the huge capital campaign that built the new pool and the new gym and expanded so much of the other facilities here. And I thought that was a really exciting time to come on board because it was really a time of great change and great opportunity, but also at that time a little bit of trepidation because the thinking was, you know, we're investing a big amount of money to really expand this, and will people come? And it was like a field of dreams. You built it and people came and the place was completely filled.
But now it's so much bigger and it's so much better. That's what makes this place so special.
It's a huge help knowing that they're here, and they have for like every level from babies through to the teens. That for working parents, just to have the kids here is just great, and they're safe and they're busy and the staff is terrific, so it's really a great thing for us.
They're starting school in September, and it's just going to be so good for me that I know that they're good without me.
So here at Open Door, together with the Rye Y, we are changing lives. We've been able to offer programs that potentially reduce their risk for obtaining diabetes.
Their lives are being changed, and it's just amazing the difference that this program has been in their lives and their families' lives, because it's not only them. They take this information and they share it with their family members, so the whole family member is eating healthier, is exercising, and so it's going to trickle down to the community.
In the last 2 years, we've had well over 200 cancer survivors come through the program.
They were so full of just motivation, love, bliss.
It's been a great experience. I think it's actually been as transformational for the Y as it has been for the survivors themselves.
Because it's a horrible thing to go through, and you need all the support and help that you can get.
I've been on the Safe Routes to School committee since my children were in elementary school, and the Rye Y has basically been the advocate for that program. They've made significant upgrades through the grants that they've gotten from the federal government to make our streets safer for kids to bike and to walk to school.
I feel very grateful to have the scholarship, and it really kind of touches me sometimes to realize like I'll come up the driveway and I realize, you know, wow, somebody made a difference to make it possible for me to come and exercise. I just want to say thank you really from the bottom of my heart, because it's made such a big difference. I mean, to be able to lose 74 pounds, to relieve stress, to have more energy.
You look strong. You look waiting for mom.
It's my muscle. They're very nice here. They help you out. Anything you want, they help you. They go out of their way. This is my second family.
You'll see it at different places. A place like Memorial Sloan Kettering Hospital, they have the culture. The Ritz-Carlton Hotel has the culture. The Rye YMCA has the same culture.
It's a place where you can be active and know that when your kids enter those doors, that they're going to be okay.
And they are constantly going, especially for little children, to build, as they did my son. It's like a good stepping stone for building blocks for life.
It's physical, it's mental, and it's emotional. It's really a great place that impacts many individuals of any age, and it's definitely impacted me.
We've come such a long way in 100 years. When the Rye Y started in 1914, we had just 30 members, all young men. Today, we have over 11,000 members of every age, ability, income level, race, and ethnicity. Our building has more than tripled in size. We're a vibrant, diverse community hub where men, women, and children support each other in their goals. And outside our walls, our work to foster health and wellness in the communities we serve has never been stronger.